So now in this video we're going to look at a slightly harder example, again about the area of a triangle, so again coordinate geometry. So it reads like this: the three vertices, or three corners, remember this is just another word for corners, so three vertices of a triangle are at the points A, which is 3k and 5, B, which is -2 and 3, and C, which is -k and 4. And it says the area is 4 units squared. What is k? Okay, so what do we know so far? We know that A is equal to half by x1 y2 minus x2 y1. Yeah, so that's the area of a given triangle if one of the points is on 0, 0, and we know that that's equal to 4. So basically what we have to do is we have to get one of these points to 0, 0, and if we stick it into this area formula here, we'll be able to solve for k because we only have one unknown left. So we're going to have to move this to 0, 0. So we're going to choose the one B just because we know what B is. We know it's just numbers. We don't have to work with k's. That would be awkward trying to get k to 0. So B is -2 and 3, and it's going to go to 0, 0. So that means, I'll go dark blue, it's going to go +2 and -3. Yeah? So A then goes from 3k and 5. It's going to go to, so it's going to be 3k plus 2, because the x value is going to be +2. That's what happened here. And then it's going to be 5 minus 3, or just 2. Yeah? So we have the same for C then as well. So this is going to be -k and 4. And that will go to 2 minus k, because -k plus 2, that's the same as 2 minus k. Yes, we've added 2 to this. And then take away 3 from 4, we're just going to be left with 1. So these are our following points. And I'm just going to label in then in green. I'm going to call this one here x1, and this one y1, and this one x2, and this one y2. Yeah? So I'm going to squeeze this in here. So I'm going to say, again, A is equal to half by x1 y2 minus x2 y1 is equal to 4. So that means we have half by, so x1 is 3k plus 2. y2 is just 1. Minus x2, 2 minus k. And y1 is 2. Modulus is equal to 4. So that's going to be half. So it's just going to be 3k plus 2, because 1 by 3k plus 2 is just going to be 3k plus 2, minus, so it's going to be, I'm just going to do 2 by this first, so it's going to be 4 minus 2k, modulus is equal to 4. Again, this means we're going to have a half of 3k plus 2 minus 4 plus 2k, so don't forget that minus minus, that's one of the biggest mistakes people make. So finally we can start simplifying this. And 3k plus 2k is going to be, it's going to be 5k. And 2 minus 4 is going to be -2. It's equal to 4, so that should be a straight line. Scroll down a little bit. Okay, I'm going to multiply both sides by 2. That's to get rid of the half in front of it. So now it's going to be 5k minus 2 is equal to 8. Alright? So now we're at the last kind of step of just rearranging it. Now we have to get rid of the modulus. So I think the easiest way to get rid of the modulus is to square both sides. So we'll go ahead with that. That's what we learned so far. So it's going to be 5k minus 2 squared. So I'm going to start over here. Is equal to 8 squared. Yeah. I'll just move that down here. So to square that, we're going to get 25k squared minus 10k. No, sorry, it's minus 20k. Plus 4 is equal to 64. Yeah. Scroll down a little bit more. I'm going to move the 60 over, and we're going to get 25k squared minus 20k. It's going to be minus 60 is equal to 0. So we're going to divide across by 5 just to get numbers down a little smaller. So if you divide by 5, we'll get 5k squared. I'll just scribble that in. Divide by 5, yeah. It's going to be 5k squared minus 4k minus 12 is equal to 0. you can't do that one in your head. It turns out we're going to have to factorize that, all right? So, you can't even factorize it. You have to use the quadratic formula. So I'm not going to use the quadratic formula. I'm not going to go through the effort because I'm sure you guys know how to use the quadratic formula by now. And if not, you can watch our videos on algebra. So I'll just skip to the answers then, which are k is equal to 2 and k is equal to minus 6 over 5. Ooh. Okay, and that's always going to happen for the modulus. You're always going to get 2 answers because you have to square to get rid of it. So that's one of the things about the modulus. You're going to get 2 possible answers. So there are 2 possible triangles that have 4 units squared and those things. All right. So that's that type of question on area done. That's probably the hardest question they can ask you about the area of a triangle anyway. It's the hardest question I've come across, and yeah, I hope it makes sense. Hope you enjoyed it. And next we're going to start looking at the perpendicular distance between a line and a point. So we'll see you then in the next video. There should be a box somewhere here. You should click it. Don't forget to like and subscribe.